The one that obviously everyone gets, and I used to be frivolous and I used to do not, now I just answer them seriously. If we evolved from apes, why are there still apes around? I used to say things like, well, if God made man from dust, why is there still dust around? And things like, you know, but now I say, well, we didn't evolve from modern apes, we evolved with modern apes from a common ancestor, rather like, and I just answer it deadly serious, like they, you know, it doesn't help. Then someone followed it up with, well, I've been going to the same zoo for 24 years and I haven't seen one monkey turn into a person. But I think, even though that's incredibly stupid, we think, actually, it shows what the problem is when people try and understand it. They can't grasp the scale of it. They can't imagine these tiny changes. No one can imagine 50 million years. So they do expect the chimp to go, come on, lad, get on with it. And that's because they also give it a will. They can't see that it's nearly an analog thing as well. And I think you've spoken about this before, your amazing model about if you took a picture of your dad and your grandparents and their dad, at any one point you go, they look alike. But at some point is a fish. You know, eventually there's a fish. I didn't see that coming. Well, you did. You see, you know, it's so that they, again, it's the scale. The scale is unimaginable. It's lucky that it did happen because we couldn't imagine it. If it wasn't fact, we couldn't make that up.
You're not convicted of your atheism.
Well, I am.
Sure.
No, I am, because atheism is only rejecting the claim that there is a God. Atheism isn't a belief system. Atheism. So this is atheism in a nutshell. You say there's a God. I say, can you prove that? You say no. I say I don't believe you then. So you believe in one God, I assume.
In three persons, but go ahead.
Okay. So you believe. Okay. So. But there are about 3,000 to choose from that have been, you know, people who believe in.
I've done some reading, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So basically, you believe in, you deny one less God than I do. You don't believe in 2,999 gods, and I don't believe in just one more.
Right.
I remember I did a sketch once on the 11 o'clock show, and it was about benefit cheats or means testing, right? And the joke was, I played an awful sort of bigoted right-wing news reporter, and I was going, we should test them. We should see if they're really disabled. We should tip them out the wheelchair and set the fire alarm off and see if they run, right? And also, if they say they're deaf, they might not even hear the fire alarm. They wouldn't. All this sort of nonsense, right? And someone, a lawyer or someone at Channel 4 said, oh, don't have a go at the deaf. They're very militant. Have a go at the blind. So it was nothing to do with morality. It was like, I'll have to write more letters. Right? And I go, well, one, the joke doesn't work, because blind people can hear the fire alarm, right? It's but apart from that, so this isn't to do, this is the thing about political correctness, it's not correctness, it's political correctness. So it's often, oh, where do I get less flack? You know, so, and I can defend everything I've ever done. You know, I'm not one of these people who say, comedy is your conscience taking a day off. I can defend every joke I've ever said, because offence usually comes when they mean it. First of all, I think political correctness is good per se. I don't want people going around saying terrible things and hurting people's feelings all the time, particularly politicians. Right? But in art, it's different, and joke is very different. It's a very different thing. And when the offence comes, it's usually because they've mistaken the target of the joke with the subject, and they're not necessarily the same thing, particularly with irony. And with irony, you're purposely saying the wrong thing, and you're hoping that people are sensible and intelligent enough to get it and laugh at the stupid attitude. So confusion comes, okay? But you can't legislate against stupidity. You can only water satire down so much until it's not satire anymore. And then just standing up and preaching. You're standing up and going, racism's wrong, isn't it? And people go, yeah. Cheers, good night. You know? So, as long as most people get the joke, and it's gettable, and there is a basis for it and a reason for it, and there's a comic conceit and a fair target, you can't worry about people not getting it or not liking it, because that's going to happen. There's nothing you can say that someone somewhere doesn't like. And most of it's taste. It's just they didn't like it, you know. A few examples. My first gig, I think, in New York, I made jokes about AIDS, cancer, famine, the Holocaust, everything, right? I did a joke about Anne Frank, right? The Nazis being so stupid they couldn't hear her type in her book, right? Okay. And it was a routine. And I got a letter of complaint from a Jewish society saying, we loved your show, but we did not appreciate the whatever. I said, so you got the irony with the famine, cancer, AIDS, but you didn't like that. And of course I don't think that. I did and then they go, oh yeah, sure, okay. And most people do that, but we're human. So when we hear a thing about what we think is us, we go, well, that's a bit, we get it on all the other stuff. You can't see the wood for the trees, and that's human, right? But it's crazy to worry about one person thinking you mean them when you don't, you know? I tweeted once, why did the chicken cross the road? Hey, fuck you, my chicken died last night. You know? So someone's going to be going through your joke is going to remind people of a bad thing.
Everything should be subject to ridicule.
Yeah.
I mean, even just to force you to understand, think about it more.
I know. But people then they go, wow, yeah, but you shouldn't hurt people's feelings. Well, you can if their feelings are wrong.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't like the facts, don't change the facts, change the feelings.
Yeah.
You know. And also then they try and do this thing. Oh, you should never punch down. You should punch up. Well, who's to say what's up and down is?
Yeah, it's a subjective.
So you're deciding who's down and who's up. No. You don't get to do that.
Yeah, no, and so there's this whole thing nowadays about not offending people, and people feeling uncomfortable. In the States, is a big thing with sort of target words and safe zones. People don't want to hear a word that they don't like.
How arrogant are you to think that you deserve to go through life with no one ever saying anything that you don't agree with or like?
It's not. It's but I think it's at least it's in the States. I think it's a property of upbringing where parents sort of convince their kids. When I was growing up, we played in the streets, right? But now you don't go in the streets; it's dangerous. Yeah. You should never take any risks, and you shouldn't do anything that might hurt you in any way or make you uncomfortable in any way. And education and science, the purpose of it is to make you uncomfortable.
And a sense of humour.
Yeah,
it makes you bulletproof.
Yeah,
you don't have to pave the jungle.
Yeah,
you can just grow a pair and have a laugh about it. I mean,
you're offending ideas,
the comedy
but
comes
not people.
first, and I understand. Well, that's the other thing.
Yeah,
people try and give ideas rights.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're not allowed to offend their. They jump in the way of the bullet and say, "Why are you shooting at me?"
Yeah.
Right? If someone insults maths, I don't go, "How dare you insult maths?"
Yeah.
Insult it all you like. Yeah. It works.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? If you're so fragile that you think that a joke about someone can destroy it, well, you need something else then. Yeah. It's nonsense. And now people saying, people mistake sometimes demanding equality, right, by not being part of humour.
Yeah.
It's actually demanding privilege.
Yeah.
It's nonsense. But I agree. It's someone says they're offended. I want people to stop saying that joke's offensive.
Yeah.
I want them to start saying I found it offensive, because you've got to own the emotion, because that's all it is. You're just telling me how you feel about it.
Yeah.
Have you seen a change in your over the last 20 years or so about how atheism is perceived?
Well, I mean, you sort of do it. There's part of me that does it because I think I should. That there is someone being persecuted now that might, I can't change the world, but what I mean, maybe someone in a Western world that thinks they shouldn't come out because it's a bad thing, because it's still a bad thing in Western society. In America, they took a vote, America, right? Probably that big bit in the middle of America, but we were voted least trustworthy group, joint bottom with rapists. So there's still a thing about, I better not say I'm an atheist, it'll annoy my mum or dad or granddad or school. There's still that. So you do that. Some of it I do it as an intellectual pursuit, because someone asks me a question, I'd rather give the right answer than the wrong answer. I'd rather tell the truth than lie, because it's easier, you know. I think the big thing, people think I run into churches and go, it's all fucking bollocks. I don't care, you know, but if I'm asked if I believe in God, I'll say no. I mean, you know, the tricky one is, I did a film called The Invention of Lying, where I did a scene where thank you, 7 people saw that film, where my mother in that is dying, and it's because I'm the only person in the society who can lie. She says, I don't want to go to nothingness, and I go, there's not nothingness, it's a beautiful place you go, and you're young again, and I invent heaven, right? And that comes from the fact that when my mum was dying, I did face a dilemma. If she'd have said, do you think there's a God? That's a personal thing, and that's you know. I just try and be honest, really. And the other thing is, if someone else's kid, 5-year-old, asks me, do I believe in God? I sort of think, what should I say here? And I say, well, I don't, but a lot of people do. What do you think? You know, I try and there's still a level of diplomacy. It's not always my place. You know what I mean? I don't. You know, my house, my rules. If someone asks me something on Twitter, I tell them the truth. It's, you know.
If there were 3 doors, which says God exists, God doesn't exist, I don't know.
That doesn't make sense.
There's 3 doors. It says God exists, it doesn't exist, I don't know.
But you not knowing is irrelevant to where there is or isn't a God. You've done a sleight of hand there on a category mistake, because 1 is knowledge and 2 are beliefs, right?
I haven't even finished my question.
No, what? No, there's always... I'm saying 3 is always there. If you had to choose one...
Yeah.
I believe there's a God. I don't believe there's a God. I don't know is irrelevant then, isn't it?
So you're basically saying that we have reached this stage purely because of social media. That's the only reason.
No, it's just another outlet for narcissism. That's all it's done. It just amplifies things. There's always been things like that. But, you know, 15 years ago, if you wanted to write a complaint to the BBC, you say, you get out your pen and paper and go, dear BBC, I can't fucking be bothered. Now you go, you tweet something, someone else gets involved, they get involved, a press person's reading it, it's a story. Because it's a spur of the moment. It's shouting out of a window and someone shouting back. Whereas we didn't have that before. So it's about amplification. It's all about amplification. And there's also an equivalence, there's quite a democracy on Twitter, whereas you can have a genius, you can have Richard Dawkins tweet something, and underneath it is some bloke in a bin tweeting summer in the same font, and it gives it an equivalence. Do you know what I mean? You've read them both. You've read them both, and you go, right, and that can, you know, amplify. And I think you have to treat it like that. You have to treat it like you've walked past some graffiti, and it's for you to get offended. No one's ever hurt my feelings on Twitter. It would be like imagine you walking down Savile Row, right?
Yeah.
Where I know you hang out. And there's a man in a bin covered in his own shit, and he shouts wanker. Imagine you getting into an argument with him.
It's happened.
Yeah. Yeah. But then on Twitter, suddenly you're in a discussion with this guy on Twitter. So you've given him all this credence, you know. So you've got to treat it like that. And it's terrible with, you know, some trolls really do target people, vulnerable people, and it's awful. But if you turn your phone off, it's not there anymore. And I think we have to treat these people like, you know, that they should be treated. They are in a bin.
So we were chatting beforehand, I was chatting with some friends, and one of the questions came up about comedy and the fact that we couldn't think of many, if any, comedians who were religious. I'm not asking for example. I'm just saying, do we think it's a thing that most stand-ups tend to be agnostic or atheist or?
I think so. I think that's because a lot of comedians are critical thinkers. I think a lot of them are science-based.
They're intelligent.
Well, I don't want to. Well, yeah. But then, you know, a lot of religious people are intelligent, but they've been got at an early age, and it's like, yeah. I think they're braver. Some people, there's still a thing of not saying I'm an atheist because people think that it's a bad thing to be. You know, parents still christen their kids instead of school because they think it's a respectable thing to do. You know, that's sad, but I get it. There's a couple though. There's a couple. They don't put it in their act, I don't think. Tim Vine is very devout Christian.
Yes, true. Yes. Yeah, but in general, they tend to be, I think, more sceptical or.
I think that's because they look at things from all angles and they come up with funny ideas, and I look at the idea, and I think that's what's wrong, and that's what dogma does, is that people try and give ideas human rights, so you leave them alone, and. You don't have to. You can ridicule ideas without hurting anyone. And some people say...
That deserves a round of applause.
Oh, thank you. And they found it shuts some people up. If they say, that's hurt, you know, you can be accused of racism or anything if you criticise an idea. And it's people jumping in the way of a bullet and saying, why are you shooting at me? And it comes back to Richard's point that I'm offended. That's not an argument. It's not an argument. It's like me being offended if someone takes the mickey out of maths. It's like, go on, yeah, fine, yeah. Do you know what I mean? You can laugh at maths. It doesn't affect maths. It doesn't affect maths. The other thing is this ridiculous thing of, let's ask the average person what they think. Let's stop asking the average person what they... Do you know how fucking stupid the average person is? We still sell bottles of bleach with big labels on that say, do not drink, right? Let's take those labels off, right? For 2 years, and then have a referendum.
How are you? You must be used to working with animatronics now. With the you got the what's his name, puppets, the Kermits and the Mrs. Piggy. And...
Well, up all night researching.
Oh yeah, man. I googled it. Crikey. How are you, man? No, I love the Muppets. We used to have
This chair's so uncomfortable.
Really?
I don't want to be... honestly, it's great to be here, and I love you, man, but this is...
Well,
that's more
is
like
that any
it.
better?
Yeah, that's more like it, yeah. Right, there you go. There you go.
You want me to sit there? Would that be cool?
No, it's fine, it's fine. It's just, it was making me sit upright.
Oh, no, you don't want to... I don't want you to be uncomfortable.
I like to slouch.
Well, I'll have a slouch.
Yeah, okay. Just, what's going on here? What's going on here?
That's my...
Why are you facing that towards me?
I'm facing it towards you because you subconsciously asked me to face it. Yeah.
You're sure you're the king. You're
all right.
You're welcome to my show. and who's in charge?
Oh, all right. Let's start again. All right, let's start again.
All right, let's start again.
Hi, Ricky. How are you, dear?
I'm not too bad, actually.
Oh, hey. No, the Muppets, that's awesome, man. That's a show business rite of passage.
I've loved the Muppets for about 35 years, genuinely. I used to watch them at home in England, and...
You're from England?
I am from England. Near you.
When did this come up?
You probably know the bit that we own a bit of the top called Scotland.
No.
You don't...
Do you know when Russell Brand was here, he said, Scotland is the Canada of England. I said, no, my friend, England is the Mexico of Scotland.
Yeah.
But It's just a matter of perspective, man. It's whatever you think.
I love Scotland.
I like it too. I like England too. I've had lots of nice times. I used to live there.
I like Scotland. I love everywhere in the world, because wherever you go, people are all the same. It's not easy being green.
Oh, I see. You've been Muppified, Dave.
I've been Muppified. No, I love the Muppets, and I love doing this film, and my new favourite Muppet is Constantine, an evil Russian frog.
This sounds good. My favourite was Pepe.
Oh, I love Pepe.
Yeah.
When I first met... I hadn't met Pepe before. Obviously, I know of him from the movies.
Right.
I met him on set, and I said, so are you a prawn? He went, king prawn.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I said, what's the difference? He said, it's all about the size, man.
Yeah. He likes to
great.
talk about the ladies. Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't been here for a while. No, he's making movies now, I guess.
Yeah. So he's still down to earth, though.
Yeah. Well, he's a prawn.
He's a prawn.
Yeah.
King prawn.
King prawn, yeah, sorry,
prawn.
it's all about the size, man.
Yeah.
So, did you live here now? Do you live in America now? Or
No, I still live in London and a bit in New York, and I come this way, west.
When you say you come this way, what do you exactly mean by that? When you say, I come this way, and then you did that with your hand, was that a thing?
You want to be a psychiatrist.
Oh, yeah, all right, yeah. Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, no.
What, you just had a pipe there?
Yeah, the pipe.
With it.
When I'm performing psychotherapy,
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Now, relax. Show me you're the king. Show me. There you are. All right.
So you're a real doctor, yeah?
Well, as much as, yes, in the way that Dr. Phil is a real doctor, yeah.
Yeah. Or Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
I had a dream last night, Doctor.
Really?
Yes, I was on a train, and I was going in and out of the tunnel, and the tunnel was telling me it was had my mummy's voice, and then the train driver was my daddy, and he spilt milk all over me. Is that anything to worry about?
That's Moses. Right now. This is a very common dream. It means you are frightened of the dentist. Are you in therapy? I get it once a week. It's awesome.
No.
Oh, you should.
Why?
Because you're a bit,
weird.
You're a bit cray-cray. Yeah.
No, I'm one of those people that thinks I just get better. You know what I mean?
You mean you'd get better and you wouldn't be able to work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I go to therapy, I'd also have to tell them about the bodies I've hidden.
Crikey.
Like that, and then they have to tell the police and stuff.
No,
so.
no, they're not allowed to tell the
really?
police. No,
yeah, all right.
No, it's protected under the Constitution.
You don't know anything. You're guessing.
Look.
You've got all your information from Dexter and The Sopranos. You don't know anything. You don't know.
No, man, it's true.
No, it's not true.
It is.
If you went to a psychiatrist and said, "Oh, I've just dumped a body. I've cut his legs and arms off, and I've popped him in your bin. I'll see you later, mate. Cheers." Right. They wouldn't go, "Ooh, I can't tell anyone." They'd call the police.
No, not me. If I was a therapist, I'd be like, "Can I see it?"
Yeah. If I was a therapist, I'd be in the pub going, "There's one bloke, he's mental."
Yeah.
I go, "There he is. Come over here. Tell him that thing about your mum.
Yeah.
Tell him that thing about your mum."
I think they do that. I think they
must do.
No, of course they get together in little covens, and then they are.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, I've got a guy that thinks a train going in and out a tunnel, and he's got his.
Yeah.
Dad's the train driver.
Go on, do Pete Jackson. That's brilliant. They clap and everything. They make fun of people behind their back and.
I don't. No, I've changed my mind. No, I think they take it very seriously.
Yeah, any psychiatrist.
We'd like to apologise to the psychiatrists of America.
I'd like to apologise to TV.
Well, I have to say, you're doing it on the wrong show. But I take your point. Man, you got in
It's funny, because out there, we went, let's make this the best show ever. And we both decided to go the other way.
I know. But see, that's comedy, though.
Yeah,
that's we comedy. Zig when you zag, bitches. That's what it is.
Oh, dear. I'd like to say I sometimes zig when I zag as well.
This is perfectly normal. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back.
Oh,
I'm here with Ricky Gervais, who's terribly rude, but we'll get through it.
This is so relaxed.
Well, nobody's watching.
No. No, I asked your producer what time this goes out tonight, and he said 12:30. I went, that's not even tonight.
No,
That's tomorrow.
Yeah,
This show goes out tomorrow. Tonight's show goes out tomorrow.
It used to be called The Tomorrow Show.
Did it?
Yeah,
No.
I think when Tom Snyder did it in New York, it was called The Tomorrow Show because it was on tomorrow. I couldn't keep track, though.
No, I didn't know what you were doing today's or yesterday's.
Do you watch Doctor Who?
I don't know. Killed that one, didn't it? Is that really all you had?
Wait. No. I'm also a Gryffindor.
Good. That tie is pointing.
That's what ties do. That's what they're for.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's
I
what...
thought like necklaces do that to cleavage.
Yeah. The necklaces are like, here's my boobies, and ties are like, guess what this is?
Yeah, but according to Desmond Morris, boobies are meant to be your arse cheeks. That's what it's saying. It's going,
Right.
look at my arse cheeks.
Right.
But why would you want the one with arse cheeks there? That's odd.
Well, no, it's to represent the arse
Yeah, but
cheeks.
why? We know where the arse is. It's a completely different direction.
Stop doing that with your finger. Well, we're out of time. Rick. So,
Okay, this might be the best chat show ever.
Oh, it is.
It might be.
Yeah.
It's because we share the same high standard.
I know.
Oh, wow. It's amazing fun. You do this every day?
Sometimes.
That is amazing. And you get paid? That's amazing. You're... Oh, God. Oh.
Don't tempt the fates.
That's brilliant.
Awkward pause or meditation?
What do you mean?
Well, that's how we end. Awkward pause or meditation. Or you could...
Always awkward pause.
Okay.
Shall I tell a joke, a punchline of a joke that just falls flat and everyone just goes quiet and it just fades out?
No, we did that in the monologue.
Okay.
Just awkward pause. Let's layer in a little bit of sexual tension.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll just go. Why didn't I say? Okay. Well, I'll go in for the. I won't know what to do, so I'll say goodbye to my doctor. But I just lean in, and you go, "What are you doing?" I go, "Oh, sorry." Like I was confused. Like,
Okay.
Okay. Thanks very much, doctor. Sorry. Do you mind if I masturbate?
Ricky Gervais, everybody,
Here they are, Depeche Mode. Hi.
How are you doing? We met before, right?
Yes, we have just a few moments ago.
Yeah. I remember that.
This is the segment of the show we call Men in Black. So
I feel underdressed. I got black shoes.
Do you walk around Essex like that?
I would.
I think you walked out. Yeah, exactly.
And that's, yeah. But mostly with the boots, it's like little kids that are like, Mum, he's got red boots on.
Yeah,
and they're like, I know.
the point is, I really need them here now. So it's very nice. I'm so glad
it's
you
a bit of
chose
colour,
them today. I mean, you've been doing TV shows like this for 37 years, or maybe longer. Is it 37 years you've been together?
We've been together for 37 years, yes.
In fact, one of the first TV shows in Sweden,
Like 1982 or something.
something like that.
So
I think with Phil Collins.
With Phil Collins, I remember that.
We were
yeah.
supporting. Yeah, we were
So,
supporting.
but what's the weirdest memory from a TV show? I asked this before we start.
Chickens, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, we had to carry chickens. It was a German TV. And
Mid-80s.
we wanted to do well in Germany, and we just did it.
What do you mean? What suggestion
chickens.
was that? Carrying chickens then?
The Germans.
What, they like that, do they?
Yeah.
What, that's the way to get through... They're carrying chickens, we
It
love
was a
them.
sort of a comedy programme.
Oh, I see.
have to
Oh, I
say.
see.
And
We're
they
not sure
thought it
about
was-
that, Mark.
They thought it was funny, us carrying...
There was a whole
chickens.
farmyard scene, wasn't it?
It was.
There was like haystacks, and then they suddenly gave us these chickens, and I was singing a song.
With the chicken.
I was holding a chicken, but
I think you...
was I? Oh, yeah. I would have done it. I'll do anything.
Don't try and get out of it.
I'll do anything. Yeah.
When you meet these days, and you meet mostly for work, I understand, when you're working.
But it's a long time when we're working together.
Yes, but
And we need time
But you
apart
live,
after
you
that.
live. I mean, all over the world. You live in New York.
New York.
You live in Los Angeles or
Santa
in
Barbara.
Santa Barbara, California, and you live here in London.
Yes.
But when you meet, is it like you fall into intuitively fall into roles? You know what part to play in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, who's the boss?
We're a democracy.
We're a democracy, you know,
Dave's
much
the
like the
boss.
rest of the world.
Okay, so
you
you're
know,
the boss.
we have we're all very strong characters. So you know, we have our things, and together we make what is Depeche Mode.
I'm very impressed because you
Do you write
stuck
songs
together
by
for so
yourself
long.
and then show the band, or do you get together and jam?
Predominantly, no, we don't. We are not a jam band.
No.
No, it's
difficult,
more
isn't it?
like sit in a room and play each other's stuff.
Sequencer.
Yeah, no, it's just I mean, for the last 15 years, 20 years, maybe we sit in a room longer, even when it was down to little cassettes. Martin would have written a few songs, maybe. We get together, whoever we're working with, whatever producer's going to be working on that record. And then that's the first time we really hear something. And
It's quite an exciting moment.
It's usually
It's an
really
exciting
revealing.
moment.
Yeah, it's very revealing, and it's most of the time, to be honest, when Martin plays a few demos, there'll be a couple of songs where I just go, oh, I'm in. I'm in because they're so good, and I want to sing them, and I already start thinking about how I'm going to sing them and how I'm going to perform them even. So that's taken years and years, but that's the way it works. And I've been lucky to I'm a bench player. My manager doesn't like us, our manager doesn't like us saying that, me saying that, but I've been only writing with the band for 15 years, which is nothing compared to how long we've been together.
And were you ever close to quitting? I mean, were you ever close to end this adventure?
What else are we going to do?
Yeah, well,
Need to fall back
We
on.
got a gig, you know, like we didn't do that well at school, so... Well, they did. They
Back
would
to Tesco's or something?
Yeah, I'm sacking shelves in Tesco's.
but it's been 37 years. You must have been close to quit sometime.
We had one period of our career which is well documented when all three of us went through a pretty rough patch. But when you say close to quitting,
For about 10 years, yeah, that was
That-
10 years. Sort of lost period.
yes, but that was because of drugs and alcohol and
Predominantly, yeah. Predominantly.
We were trying our best not to quit, but we were kind of like losing our way a bit.
The drugs and the alcohol were way more important than the music at that point.
especially for you, wasn't it? Wasn't it? I mean,
Well, we all had our things, but, you know, mine was kind of out there, yeah.
was it like this in the show No Dancing?
What, the 6 months of my pop career? Oh, here we go. I'll tell you what, this is what it was, right? It was
Nice
two of
shirt,
us.
by the way.
We wrote a few songs. Thanks. We did a demo. We got signed immediately. We put out a single, didn't make it. Put out another single, got a bit closer, but didn't make it. They dropped us. That was it. It was. That's
Thank
it.
God, because Ricky Gervais, I mean, right?
We wouldn't have Ricky Gervais.
I mean, you had carried me through many years.
Oh, thank you. Cheers.
Seriously.
Thank you, man.
Seriously, I want to
Cheers.
say thanks for that. I laughed myself.
No, you eventually find something you're good at. It just took me... It took me 37 years to find something I was good at.
The fact that you're going, I mean, the song we're going to hear, it's called "Where's the Revolution," and it's more political in a way than much of your material. Was that a conscious thing that you chose now to be more political because perhaps the times are more political?
Everyone's more political now.
I mean, artists have got, you know, it's just it. Martin wrote the song, and he's very conscious about what's going on around him. You can't not.
I wasn't political till 6 months ago.
Right.
Now it's all I talk about because of what's happened.
It's really strange times.
Yeah, true.
But the album's called Spirit, and really, and the songs are all reflect on where's humanity. What are we? What's happening? Where do we care anymore? So I mean that's broad, but
That word's come up so much tonight, and it's the name of my new tour.
Good one. I've already got tickets. I mean, it's a bit serious, but, you know, look, music, you know, quite often reflects... I mean, I grew up mostly listening to David Bowie, and Martin's a big Bowie fan as well, and we, you know, he was like the soundtrack to our lives, you know. It was kind of... you know, he represented something that we felt was similar to the way we felt, if that makes any sense. And music always carried me through so much stuff, and still does. I don't know if that makes any sense.
You were friendly with him, or?
Yeah, I can't believe it. He was a hero of mine growing up, and then I met him, and so we became friends, and yeah, he was just a normal bloke. It's funny, because the first time I met him, he didn't know who I was. It was I was newly famous after The Office, and I went to one of those VIP things where he played, and afterwards we're in the green room, and the then Director General bounced up to me and said, "You're a huge Bowie fan, aren't you?" He went, "Come and meet him."
Oh, no.
I went, "Oh, no." He went, "Come on," right? So it was me and a girlfriend, and as we were going there, he went, Salman Rushdie joined us, right? So it's me and a girlfriend, Salman Rushdie, Greg Dyke. He goes down, David Bowie's, he went, "Oh, hello," like that. And he said, "This is Ricky." He went, "Hello, nice to meet you." And that was it. Right? It's funny, the next day in the pub, my mate said, "What'd you do last night?" I went, "Nothing." What did you say? And then I got an email like a week later, and it just said, someone must have said, "Oh, that's the bloke who did The Office," and given him a DVD or something. And suddenly I get an email from David Bowie. I don't know how he did it, but he's David Bowie. He can get your email. Right?
Yeah.
And it just said...
Aliens.
Exactly. Yeah, he was plugged in. He was plugged in. He knew everything. He knew everything. Right? And it just said, I watched, I laughed, what do I do now? And we sort of became pen pals. And then he did extras, and he invited me to play.
He actually played a cameo in your...
Well, you guys wrote a song together.
Yeah.
They wrote a song together.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was incredible. But he was a normal bloke.
That was an amazing piece of comedy.
It was great. So when I said to do it, I said, the idea is that I'm this guy and I meet you and you sing this assaulting song. I did the lyrics, and I sent him the lyrics, and I said, do the music, right? And I called him up, and I said, "You get the lyrics?" He went, "Yeah." I said, "Give us something like retro, like, you know, Life on Mars." He went, "Oh, yeah, I'll knock off a quick fucking Life on Mars."
He did, though. He put the music... It was right, you know, yeah. He did it. He fucking did it. Yeah. That was so good. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the lyrics are they are really offensive, but it's towards you.
Well,
little harsh.
I mean, yeah. And he
And
asked
he's
me
so polite when he sings them.
his last live performance was inviting me on stage at Madison Square Garden, and he just walked out. I didn't know he was there, and he walked out, had a little harmonica, went, "Chubby little loser." The crowd went mental. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You're gonna do "Where's the Revolution" for us now, and going a little more political is also a risk. I mean, the thing is that you've had recently you've had a fan that you didn't appreciate, the leader of the alt-right, American alt-right, and he claimed that you were his number one, their number one band in a way. What was your immediate reaction to that news?
Oh, I can't say it on TV, can I? It started with C and ended with T.
And it's an English very short word.
Yeah.
Okay, so I take it you didn't appreciate it.
Look, this is a dangerous guy. He's like, you know, he's highly educated. You know, he's
Richard Spencer.
Yeah. I don't want to say his name really, but
he's not here to defend himself.
you know,
I should say that.
they're the most dangerous kind of like idiots, aren't they? People who actually listen to them.
Anyway.
I went a bit.
You're going to do your... No, yeah, you did. No, but I mean, it's in these days and ages, it's interesting to actually take the chance to be political, and the fact that you do that will create.
Martin says it the best. Like, ultimately, we're entertainers, and that's what we do, and we want to bring joy and make people feel good, and that's what we're going to do. We're going out on this tour, and we see it, we feel it every night.
Your tour is starting in Stockholm. It's opening in Stockholm in May. And you're very much welcome there. But now you're going to do a song on our stage, and we look forward to that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Walk off properly. But as I say, I'm going to be nice tonight. I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but...
Mainly Star Trek memorabilia, because I love Star Trek.
Such a nerd.
Have you never been in a Star Trek?
No, I've never been in a Star Trek, but I love the original series. So I have, like, I have the Gorn head from the original series from the episode Arena, where.
They know. I know. I'm just nodding.
Oh, the Gorn head.
The Gorn head. Okay. I have.
What the is a Gorn head? What channel are we on now? What is this again? Where are you now?
Well, it depends what medium you're using. DirecTV would be 247.
247.
247.
Who finds it? They're definitely looking for porn if they find this. There's no way you go through that. But when they get here, they go, "Oh, this will do. I'm too tired anyway."
It wasn't the only epic movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long. Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him. So... Even Prince Andrew's like, "Come on, Leo, mate, you know, you're nearly 50, son." Other celebrity scandal, Justin Bieber nearly had to take a paternity test. What a waste of a test that would have been. No, he's not the father. The only way that he could have impregnated a girl was if he'd borrowed one of Martha Stewart's old turkey basters. Open wide.
The town in Minnesota has canceled plans to change the name of a street called Stoner Avenue. It's a weird street, and instead of saying stop, all the signs say, "Chill, bro."
Sorry. Yeah, you're not giving them. You know, they come out, they park their cars, they've got babysitters, they haven't paid. Why would you? That'd be mental. But if I was you, I'd be going, "Thank you so much, these people," and giving them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm not doing that.
It was shoddy. It was. I mean, you didn't write it, and that's. But do it like. Do it like it's your. Do it like you were clever enough to come up with this joke yourself. Okay. On a serious note, just looking at all the faces here reminds me of some of the great work that's been done this year by cosmetic surgeons. You all look great. I've had a little bit of work done. I've had cheek implants. They put them there, which is annoying. Apple roared into the TV game with a morning show. A superb drama, yeah. A superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. So, I haven't offended anyone. I didn't mean... It's not my fault. There's a lot of powerful people here, so if I said... It's... Honestly, I like a drink as much as the next man. Unless the next man is Mel Gibson.
Why didn't you do
episodes.
more than 12 episodes?
Because I was tired. I think that...
Tired?
I need to lie down. I got the attention span of a toddler. I can't believe you've done this show this long. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it either.
I can tell your heart's not in it anymore.
No,
but
I couldn't care less anymore.
Martin Scorsese, the greatest living director, made the news for his controversial comments about the Marvel franchise. He said they're not real cinema and they remind him of theme parks. I agree. Although I don't know what he's doing hanging around theme parks. He's not big enough to go on the rides, is he? Tiny. The Golden Globes is shown all over the world. It is oblivious to colour or creed. It doesn't just celebrate talent, it celebrates difference. It crushes prejudice and stereotype. One stereotype I hate is that all Irishmen are just drunk, sweary hellraisers. Please welcome Colin Farrell.
I never knew you were this weird.
Really?
No, because you kept it. We worked together for a couple of days. And
I know.
You're absolutely mental.
In a nice way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so...
Lots of big celebrities here tonight. I mean, legends, icons, yeah? Look, at this table alone, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro. But... Baby Yoda. Oh, that's Joe Pesci, sorry. I love you, man, don't have me whacked. You probably know me as the creator of The Office. No, you don't, do you?
You think Steve Carell did it all? Oh, he's brilliant, isn't he, Steve Carell? He's amazing as the bumbling office manager. Where does he get his ideas from? Let's pay...
Been to a lot of award ceremonies. Here. And someone always gets up and says, oh, I haven't prepared a speech. I didn't think I would win. Well, I knew I'd won. And I didn't prepare a speech. That shows you the contempt I have for this award and this town in general.
You look pumped, buffed, and cut. You are ready to go.
Thank you.
When did this happen, for God's sakes?
It's been a gradual process.
Yeah. Well, what is your goal?
Over 50 years.
Uh-huh.
Started off really small.
Yeah. And what's the matter with your voice?
I've got a sore throat.
Ah.
So that's it.
How long have you had the sore throat?
Just a couple of days.
See, now, I had a sore throat around the holidays.
It's all about you, isn't it? It's all about you.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence made the news when she demanded equal pay for women in Hollywood, and she received, overwhelming support from people everywhere. There were marches on the street with nurses and factory workers saying, how the hell can a 25-year-old live on 52 million? There were plumbers around the world going, poor girl in town, I'm lucky now. So...
You see what I'm doing there?
Yeah.
Here, you try it.
No, I can't.
Come on. It's the only... This will get rid of...
Sorry,
Huh? What?
how is this not a breakdown? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you gonna...
I'm trying to help you.
That's amazing.
But available for streaming.
I've never seen you so animated.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Thank you. On Netflix.
I thought you were giving up.
Okay.
No, this is... No, I honestly just thought you were seeing this out, biding the time out. I was thinking of I wouldn't be long till I was there. And now...
Well, you think maybe I should? Maybe
You've got a second wind. Go for it. Why would you...
But actors aren't just loved here in Hollywood, they are loved the world over because they're recognisable. You can be anywhere. You could be in the third world, okay, and you get a glimpse of a Hollywood star and it makes you feel better, okay? You could be a little child, a little Asian child with no possessions and no money, but you see a picture of Angelina Jolie and you think, oh, Mummy.
You're 65 this Thursday, aren't you?
That's correct, yes.
You can't use this till Thursday. This is official. I got you a bus pass and senior citizens.
Ah, it's a Metro card. There it is.
No. I want to say something nice about Mal before he comes out. Oh yeah, okay, here you go. I'd rather have a drink with him in his hotel room tonight than with Bill Cosby. Please, Mal Gibson.
Ricky Gervais has a new game show here on ABC called Child Support, and he really wanted to be here to promote it in person, but he's very busy not being here to promote it in person. So he made a video, he sent a video, and I don't know exactly what the nature of the video is.
Yeah, hi, Jimmy. Sorry I'm not there in person, but, you know, I can't be bothered, to be honest. But I've seen the show, I get the gist of it. How could you replace Kiefer Sutherland in 24? I'd love to see a real anti-terrorist agent try and defuse a bomb in a busy train station in 1 hour. Some of those scenes, by the way, where Kiefer grabs someone and beats them to a pulp, they weren't even in the script. The director just said, keep rolling, we'll work it into the...
Well, John has crossed his way into the studio here, and John, worryingly, zebra crossings could become extinct. You've been looking into this for us.
Well, yes, it's not. You mustn't worry too much about it. It's up to each local authority, and they tend to go in the country areas, but in the towns and the cities, they will tend to stay. But it's up to each local authority, so it all depends. Some people just find when they're crossing them that they really aren't sure where they should be crossing, and it can be tricky.
What, that moment when you're sort of wondering, is it...
Well, I'm glad I've been worried about this for quite a while. But they're not... so are you... They are going to still be around, are they?
Some of them will be around, but not so much in the country.
Okay.
So you've got to just relax about it. You must get...
So I can carry on worrying about the panda
I
or
think
something.
so. Worry about and pelican crossing.
Think about the pelicans, yeah. That's
What's the future, then, of our crossings?
Well, the one in Oxford Circus, they're terribly proud of, because it's got a cross, and you don't cross just across the roads, you cross diagonally.
Yeah.
And that was brought in 2 years ago. It was an idea from Japan, and that's regarded as very successful. So more of those can be expected.
Okay. Don't you bump into each other, though?
No, of course you don't. You're walking, you're not...
Yeah, in Japan they don't, because they're really polite, but we just go, get out the way.
They were all extremely well behaved. You've not been out much, have you?
I don't go out much, no.
Well, there is one, of course, with a Grade 2 listing.
Now, that is the most famous zebra crossing in the world, and that's in Abbey Road, and I think we know where that's from.
Yeah, indeed. Incredibly, it has a webcam, so you can view it online.
Yeah. If you want to see us crossing the road...
You can if you've got no life at all.
Yeah. Well, earlier on...
Yeah. Well, let's do that. Yeah, let's go back to mine. I've got a webcam.
Shall we? Actually, save your time. Have a look at it.
Oh.
There it is, look. There we are. And they've got a message for you, Ricky, as well. Okay. Big fans of your work. Let's see.
Here we are.
We love you, Stephen. There you are.
Brilliant.
Thanks, John. Brilliant stuff.
Thanks, John. Now then, this year for Children in Need, Matthew is going to pedal a rickshaw all the way from Edinburgh to London in just 8 days. Yeah. Now then, I did actually have a little go myself, just to see how difficult it was, and it's not
Great, thanks for that. I didn't actually realise... Well, I was doing some training today around Richmond Park, and the wheel was buckled. I had to repair it before I even set off, and I didn't even know that
Well,
was
I wasn't going to say anything. I didn't know they were going to show that. Anyway, now then, how was training today in Richmond? How's it going?
Hills aren't getting any better. To be honest with you, my legs are just going like Billy-O, and I'm just moving a lot. Look, that woman's just walking alongside now, just to give me some money, and that's the pace I'm going. She caught me up quite easily with a little jog and then just walked alongside for a bit.
Well, I mean, you need all the help you can get. It looks like you're on a pedalo, not going anywhere.
Oh, anyway, it's
8 days, man.
It's the hill.
8 days.
Downhill's great, flat's fine.
Is this actually going out on television?
Wow. But anyway, all of this effort will be nothing if people don't donate to children. And, in a second, Ricky, it's going to get even better because we want you to do the honours and let people know how they can text and donate.
Right.
While you do that, Pudsey has been learning the David Brent dance from The Office. So the sooner you give the details out, the better. Because
Has he still got a bad eye? Hasn't he?
Yeah.
National Health Service.
Right.
Just go and get that sorted out.
Go on, Pudsey.
He's off and running.
Sit
Off
down.
he goes. So, Ricky, if you read a wheel, stop.
Oh. If you want to donate, text the word MAT to 70705. Messages will cost £5 plus the standard network charge, and £5 goes to Children in Need. For full terms and conditions, visit the website bbc.co.uk. The One Show.
So there you are. If you can donate, please do. And you too, Ricky.
There's a bloke in that wanted to play Chekhov at the National.
No!
This is the only...
What's it all the way? Back to
Anyway, yes.
Sit
then.
yourself down, mate.
Back to your old show, Safer Ground. Let's have a look at Liam Neeson popping in for a little chat about career advice.
Lovely.
So there you are, Liam Neeson asking you for some career advice. So we thought...
And of course he says the most horrendous things, which you had to cut out. I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. That's not a problem.
It's
That's not a problem. I've been censored. Right?
But we found some people in the papers today who we thought might need a bit of Ricky advice.
Okay.
Right, so here we go. Okay, the first one. First of all, it's been a difficult few weeks for the Greek Prime Minister, George Papandreou. It seems Greece might run out of money in 2 weeks' time. The solution is...
Get a catalogue, HP catalogue. That's what I want you to do. Everything's 28 weeks at 38 pence. If you need anything, just get it from that.
Next one. A shop has apologised after apparently refusing to sell a 92-year-old woman, this is Diane Taylor, a bottle of whiskey because she couldn't prove her age. That's unbelievable. Any advice?
It's the law. No ID, no. What if it turns out she was just a really stressed 9-year-old? Maybe soon. Quite right. No ID, no whiskey. Yeah.
On we go. Now then, when Sir Arthur Conan Doyle created the great detective Sherlock Holmes, he made him... Now, Ricky was just saying there, got some grand plans for Poppy Day.
Yeah, I'm doing a big charity concert for wounded soldiers in America with Bruce Springsteen. I know, amazing. I did it with last year. It's a cause sort of close to our heart.
Yeah.
And what a bonus as well.
Yeah.
You're doing that and with him is amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah, well, good luck with that. And thank you, of course, for coming in. Now, Life's Too Short starts next Thursday at 9:30 p.m. on BBC Two. And the making of Life's Too Short is on this Saturday on BBC Two at 10:15.
Yeah, thanks to all our guests today, to Ricky, of course. Tomorrow, Chart Top and X Factor stars One Direction surprise some very deserving children with their own personal performance.
We'll be here tomorrow with Chef Hugh Fernley-Whittingstall. See you
then. Bye-bye. Thanks again.
When we're discussing things like, oh, what do the audience expect or what do they want, there's something in me that says I don't care. It's not up to them. It's not up to them. I'll do exactly what I want, and that then you come. And, if you didn't like it, I don't care. Don't come and see me again. Don't ever come and see me again.
I think as long as that's
because I just don't want to be judged. I really don't want to be judged.
Well, every year I get rid of 10 or 20%, and I add, and so it's every 5 years or 4 years. I don't really keep track of it.
Right.
But I do feel like there are those core things. But you don't work like that. You like to create a show, and that's the show.
I like a whole.
But those 200 shows you do, what did you say, 200 or 600?
About 200.
Okay, so by the end of that, that's an act.
That's an act, and that's ready for HBO.
Right.
if they want it. And bye.
But you must be coming up with stuff
I like
all the
stuff.
time.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
And so you gradually evolve the act. You do new stuff.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
So
I like to keep evolving it. Like Jack Welch ran GE. Every year he fired the bottom 10%.
Right.
That's the way
What's
I do
your
it.
oldest stuff? How old is your oldest stuff? Like, is it
I
like
don't
sourdough bread that there's always
No,
a
I
piece from?
spent 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah. I've been doing suction grade 10 years.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I grew up Woody Allen, Prince. I like short geniuses. Every year Woody Allen has a new movie. Every year Prince has a new album.
Right.
There's
Well, that's why I look at it like
you're
writing a book.
And that's the way I look at it. Like,
But Jerry's point
here's
is
the new
that
stuff.
when you go and see Prince, you want to see his greatest hits, not his new album you haven't
No,
heard.
no,
Is
not
that your-
necessarily.
I want to see both.
Not
I
necessarily.
want to see both. But I think if you leave out...
Maybe today I want to see the hits, but there was a moment there there was a 20-year period in Prince's career where I just wanted the new shit. I couldn't wait for the
Well,
new
you know
shit.
what I always think is that if people come and see you, because I have an ongoing relationship with my audience, I think, and a lot of people come back to see me. If somebody
Right.
sees you on TV doing a special and they see the stuff they love, and then they come see you live and they see it live, they'll actually be happy.
Right.
But they won't come back again. They'll go, I know what that guy does. If they come and see you live after the special and it's completely different.
Yeah, I don't know where
That's
gonna
another
come
argument
again.
Chris and I have had. Are they coming to see you or are they coming to see the act?
They're coming to see you.
Well,
They're
I think so.
absolutely coming to see you.
Of course, but
all
this level,
new
of course they
material-
are. They're not coming to discuss the evolution of the comedy. They're coming to see Jerry Seinfeld, aren't they? It's an event.
Yeah,
for
but
them.
I think Louis is right. If they see the exact same thing, then they won't come back
Those
again.
people will not come again.
Yeah.
But
Well, also the challenge of that, of like, there's a huge amount of pressure. People are coming, they paid a lot of money, they had to park, and they got in a fight with their date or whatever it is. So there is a lot of, there's a huge challenge in not having your old act. But I think you rise to the occasion. And you don't rise to the occasion if you don't put the void there.
Right.
If you take away your old material from yourself, like one thing I started doing when I was developing Hours is I'd take my closing bit and I'd open with it.
Right.
Just to fuck myself. Just
Right,
because then
right.
I have to follow my strongest bit.
That's how he got good. You see this attitude?
And then my closing
He's a
bit would...
tough guy.
I've been watching them.
Yeah. He's a
Well,
tough
because then
guy.
the end of your act cauterizes. It gets stronger just because because you don't have a choice. You know what I mean?
Cauterizes.
So that's why I started doing that. You get rid of all your best weapons, and you have to, or else you're dead.
But don't you think
So
sometimes
it brings something out?
when
of
we're
you.
discussing things like, what do the audience expect or what do they want? There's something in me that says I don't care. It's not up to them. It's not up to them. I'll do exactly what I want, and that then you come. And, if you didn't like it, I don't care.
Yeah,
don't come and see me again. Don't ever come and see me
I
again.
think as long as that's...
Because I just don't want to be judged. I really don't want to be judged.
Well, then you're in the wrong business
I
completely.
never wanted to
What
be
do you
the-
mean, though?
Well,
Why?
you're going up there to be judged. No one is more judged in civilized society than a stand-up comedian. Every 12 seconds you're rated.
Yeah,
that's right.
But that's the feedback. That's what it gives you. They laugh or they don't. What I mean is, I'm not entering a competition. I'm not entering a popularity contest.
You are in a competition.
No, I think
no,
Ricky,
because
but
no,
Ricky's got
no.
the right attitude as long as it works. In
Well,
other
it
words,
seems to be
In other
working.
words, he doesn't care, and that's funny to people, and that's making them laugh, so it's okay.
Artistically, you're not entering a
Yeah.
competition. You're absolutely right, and you should write for yourself, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But when you play Radio City Music Hall or Madison Square Garden or whatever, you're competing with Led Zeppelin that was there the night before, or Prince, or
Well,
whatever.
you're competing with something.
You're competing with...
To sell those tickets.
Whatever
I mean, you have to get to a level to sell a certain number of tickets. I mean,
Every room you're in, you're competing with the people that played that room, and you have to be at least as good as the other people that played that room.
What I mean is, I don't
How's
change
that?
anything that I wouldn't want to do or has ever done to find an audience. I do what I do, and somewhere in the world, there's enough people that want to come and fill that venue.
Absolutely.
That's exactly right. It's like Darwinist, really, because you have your thing that you do, and then people flock to it. And if they don't, and then you die.
Remember the first time you met another kid that was funny?
Yeah.
That was a big
That
deal.
was just so
It's
exciting.
a big deal.
I was in third grade, and I met a kid that was funny. And
What was his name? Do you remember?
Jimmy Tenney.
Jimmy Tenney.
And we started making each other laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you remember kids that were like really funny, funnier than you?
Oh, way funnier.
And then you go off and you make this whole career out of it, and they're going, fuck, I could have done that.
Well, there's guys that beat Jordan in basketball.
But I assume
they're out there.
You were always
I beat
funny,
them.
weren't you? I mean, I was always
I
trying
thought
to be
everybody
funny.
was funny. I only, like you said, I only hung out with the funny kids.
Yeah, but my family were funny, all the friends, but that was the important thing.
Yeah,
Where I grew up,
right.
once you'd paid your way, the point was to have a laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And that was usually, ribbing people,
I ran into one of my. There was a kid named Colin Ryan I went to junior high school with, and my first day of junior high school, it's a very scary step from elementary school. From being like eating a lunch with a milk in the class, and then you're taking a shower with a bunch of kids. Like first day of junior high school, and I'm in the shower and I'm terrified and I don't know anybody. And then this kid next to me he just points and shows me that he's peeing on the kid next to him, who has no idea, who's just showering. He's peeing all over him, and I just died laughing. And he made me laugh that way a million times. And then I went to my high school reunion, and he was just kind of depressed-looking guy now.
Right.
And I told him that story, and I could see that the glimmer was a little faded. But then he said, somewhere that kid is walking around, he still doesn't know I peed on him. I don't know what he does for a living, but it's not
pees on
comedy.
people still.
Still pees on
Louis
people.
C.K. said this was really funny. Is it funny? It's not funny now. And I think that's the important thing, because I've often said that people get offended when they mistake the subject of a joke with the actual target.
Yeah.
And they're not necessarily the same thing. You can make jokes about any subject. It depends what the joke is.
Yeah.
There's no rules. You can't joke about this. You can.
You should be able
just
to.
can.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's nothing sacred. But people then they go, wow. Yeah, but you shouldn't hurt people's feelings. Well, you can if their feelings are wrong.
Yeah.
If you don't like the facts, don't change the facts. Change the feelings.
Yeah.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
How arrogant are you to think that you deserve to go through life with no one ever saying anything that you don't agree with or like? I want people to stop saying that joke's offensive.
Yeah.
I want them to start saying I found it offensive, because you've got to own the emotion, because that's all it is. You're just telling me how you feel about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing intrinsically offensive about this joke.
Keep my wife's name out your f***ing mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your f***ing mouth.
I'm going to, okay? That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
Cạp mà của chiếc nón này, đó là nhờ những bàn tay khéo léo và điêu luyện của một người cần cù chịu khó mà chính là bằng thủ công gót được cho chúng ta được 15 cái nan mây. Đấy, từ khi đi chặt cây mây về đến khi vót cho chúng ta được những cái nan như này, rồi phơi khô làm dẻo, rồi thì uốn nắn cho chúng ta được một cái nón như này, có thấy tốn công sức không ạ? Đấy, theo mình thì tốn rất là nhiều công sức, rất là tỉ mỉ và cẩn thận và kiên trì mới làm cho chúng ta được những chiếc nón như này. Và nhờ có những cái xương đai vòng tròn tỉ mỉ đó thì mới đan được những cái chiếc ná cọ vào với nhau để xếp thành một cái chiếc nón như thế này. Nhờ có những cái dây cước các bạn ạ. Đó chính là những cái dây cước khâu tỉ mỉ từng mũi với nhau giữa cái ná cọ và cái khung xương này để được đan xen với nhau từ lớn cho đến bé, với cái kỹ thuật của một người làm nghề rất chi là tỉ mỉ và cẩn thận và điêu luyện các bạn ạ. Ngoài ra những cái tỉ mỉ đó như các bạn có thấy không? Đấy, nhà cũng thiết kế cũng làm cho chúng ta từ những cái quai nón để buộc quai rất chi là đẹp. Làm nguyên liệu thì được làm bằng nen sợi các bạn nhé, từ màu đỏ đến màu trắng và màu xanh. Đấy, đã được đan chen hình chữ S chéo với nhau, nó nhìn rất chi là thẩm mỹ, từ đỏ cho đến xanh đến trắng và lại kết thúc cũng là màu đỏ, để tạo nên những cái khuy để cho chúng ta buộc những cái chiếc quai rất chi là đẹp và rất chi là thẩm mỹ. Bên này cũng như vậy các bạn ạ. Đấy, đó là trong lòng nón thì đã được thiết kế làm cho chúng ta chế từ những cái sợi len mà để làm cho chúng ta rất là đẹp. Đấy, vậy là lại còn có cả chiếc quai. Chiếc quai nó này sẽ được làm bằng vải lụa. Đấy, trên những chiếc vải là có in cả những cái bông hoa hình thù như hoa hướng dương hay là hoa cúc rồi là hoa hồng. Đấy, nhìn là rất chi là có sự thẩm mỹ, và nguyên liệu của cái này thì lại được làm đặc trưng so với nón và so với qua tất cả nó lại được làm bằng màu xanh dương, rất chi là đẹp, các bạn có thấy không? Đấy, và chiều dài của chiếc quai này là 50 phân các bạn nhé, chiều dài của chiếc quai là 50 phân. Đấy, cho nên mỗi khi chúng ta sử dụng chúng ta chỉ buộc bên này và buộc bên này. Đấy, các bạn là chúng ta sử dụng một chiếc nón này rất chi là dễ dàng, và mỗi khi chúng ta đi làm hay đi chơi đấy, chúng ta sẽ buộc vào như này và nó sẽ tạo thành một cái chiếc quai để vào hàm chúng ta này, rất chi là tiện, rất chi là đẹp và rất chi là có thẩm mỹ, với những cái sự điêu khắc tỉ mỉ của từ người thợ làm cho chúng ta, từ những chiếc nón và những chiếc quai đến những sợi len rất chi là kỳ công, các bạn có thấy không? Đấy, vậy như cạp thì cũng làm được thành 3 lớp các bạn ạ. Đấy, cạp thì nó làm 3 lớp và được sơn màu đỏ rõ ràng so với lại bản thân của chiếc nón. Đấy, qua video này mình cũng muốn giới thiệu với tất cả các bạn sơ bộ về những cái cần cù chịu khó tỉ mỉ của một người thợ để làm cho chúng ta một cái chiếc nón như này. Vậy mình chỉ giới thiệu sơ bộ thôi. Xin chào các bạn và hẹn gặp lại các bạn ở video lần sau. Xin chào tạm biệt.